Now, just when we thought the ABC couldn't waste any more of our money, the Australian reports the national broadcaster has begun recruiting cultural advisors as part of its latest move to help staff, including journalists, to deal appropriately with culturally sensitive stories. I can just imagine the type of ideologues, Daniel, that they're hiring at the ABC. Are they not ideological enough that they need to add more of this into the institution?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is great reporting by Sophie Ellsworth. She's done a great job on the ABC over the years. And I think it just gives the game away. This would surprise absolutely no one, that they're just basically formalising their ideological approach to how they go about their news coverage. But look, this is a really big issue. The ABC is a taxpayer-funded organisation. They therefore should represent the views of the entire Australian community that is required to fund them. But of course, the ABC is interested in every single kind of diversity other than diversity of opinion or of values or beliefs. And all you have to do is look at the Voice to Parliament coverage, look at how they cover key issues like climate change or COVID and so forth. This is just another example of their lurch down this ideological path.
And the Australian, I think, did a very good job today in showing the hypocrisy, the double standards they've also displayed on the issue of parliamentarians and their behaviour. Look at how they treated Lydia Thorpe's outburst outside a Melbourne strip club compared to how they covered the Barnaby Joyce thing, which is a crisis apparently, and there needs to be all sorts of ramifications. They have barely even touched Lydia Thorpe's issues, and frankly, Lydia Thorpe's behaviour was far worse than what we saw from Barnaby Joyce. You could argue he's older and he should know better, but Lydia Thorpe is no child, and she was not only swearing, making what seemed like threats outside of that strip club and behaving in a very reckless or erratic, you might say, manner, compared to what Barnaby Joyce did. And yet they're still even bringing up issues like white male privilege, when, quite frankly, it was the Indigenous woman who got the far better treatment in that case.
Yeah, that's a very good example. And I think it gets to something broader with the ABC, which is no one's saying they can't report on the issues that they want to report on or they're not entitled to freedom of speech. What Australians are saying is you've got to be balanced. You've just identified one important example where clearly they're not balanced, but we could go through the major policy issues facing our nation's future. There are simply no meaningful centre-right voices on the ABC when it comes to news coverage or opinion, and that is why trust in the ABC is declining, and that is why ratings of their marquee programs continue to plummet.
Well, they are receiving more than $1 billion per annum. They have a charter. Because they're publicly funded, they have to be impartial and balanced, and they're not. They defy that charter every day. And frankly, the coalition, who were in power for consecutive terms, did nothing to curtail that. And of course, Labor aren't going to do anything about it.